Suppose that you have a boat empty and you are the contractor, and your contract is design the wiring AC and DC. In this video we are going to do the DC wiring. Alright, number 3 is where should be located the battery switches. Where should be located and how many of those battery switches I am going to install in the boat. Remember that normally each battery switch is good for 2 banks. You have battery bank number 1, battery bank number 2, and the parallel. Each battery bank is good for 2 group of batteries. I have 6 group of batteries. Probably I need 3 of those. Depend what is your decision. Let me check. I am going to use 1 switch selector for cranking batteries. I am going to use 1 switch selector only for cranking batteries of main engines. In the position 1, I am going to put a starboard engine. In position 2, I am going to locate port engine. And that switch will be for both. The number 4 is calculate the gauge of the wires that I am going to use in between the battery switch selectors and the positive of the battery and the negative, of course. Calculate the gauge of the wire. In order to do that calculation, you can use the table that you have right now in your screen, coming from the ABYC study guide, in order to calculate the gauge of the wire according with 2 important information. One information is the total distance in between the battery and the load, and the amps, the consumption in amps. According with the amps and the total distance, using this table, you can calculate the gauge of the wire. Okay, you have one table like this for 12 volts, and other table like this for 24 volts. And also depending how much will be the voltage drop that I explained in previous episode. According with the voltage drop, remember you have 2 options. 3% of voltage drop per general equipment, blowers, general equipment, and 10% of voltage drop for lighting. Alright, we are going to start to check voltage DC. We are going to select the voltmeter in volts DC, straight signal, and we are going to verify in the panel where should be connected the voltmeter. For example, normally I want to know if I have power in my panel. I connect the negative terminal in any part of the negative bus bar. This is the negative bus bar. In any part of the negative bus bar, and the other one in the positive. This is the positive bus bar where all the breakers have a common connection. This is the positive bus bar, and right now the reading is 12 volts, 0.42. You can use also the formula that we have in our book, the formula that you have on the screen right now. With that formula you calculate the area in circular mils, and with the table that you have right now on the screen, you can select the gauge of the wire appropriately. You have 2 ways to calculate the gauge of the wire: with the table of the ABYC study guide, or with the formula in your textbook. How many battery chargers depend on the amount of battery banks and the type of battery banks. Remember that the battery chargers, the majority of the marine battery chargers, they have in the back, like in the screen and the picture that you have on the screen, they have in the back the option to change for AGM or for lead acid or for gel. Okay, normally in a boat with 6 group of batteries, it's possible that you have 2 or 3 battery chargers, and you need to identify where I am going to locate those battery chargers and what will be the capacity of those battery chargers. Remember, the capacity of the battery chargers will be according with the capacity of the banks plus 10 or 20% additional. Calculate how many a.c.r.s I need. Remember that you have a.c.r. like this with 1 input and 2 outputs. What is the meaning of that? This one with 1 input from 1 alternator or 1 battery charger have the ability to charge 2 battery banks. The capacity of the a.c.r. in amps should be according with the capacity of the battery banks in amps. Don't forget, I explained that one in other episode. Alright, select the a.c.r.s appropriated and select the battery charge. The next one is verify that all the battery banks be connected together through the negative terminals and connected with the main negative bus bar. This is a critical connection. Okay, I have 6 battery banks. I need to be 100% sure that the negatives of those battery banks be connected together in between all of the groups and connected with the main negative bus bar. This is mandatory, this is important. If not, in the future, if you want to send a signal from the joystick, for example, to activate the bow thruster, you send the signal and the bow thruster never starts because this group of batteries is not connected with that group of batteries.